This is line 49, Unforgettable eighth notes. And in this line, we move our two eighth notes to the second beat. So if we count that first measure of 49, we would count that 1, 2, and 3, 4. Our first quarter note comes on beat 1 because every measure always starts with 1. And that quarter note gets a full beat. So whatever comes next has to start on 2. So the first eighth note would be on 2, which gets a half beat. So whatever follows it would have to be on and, which is the second eighth note. It gets a half a beat, so whatever come next would come on beat 3. So the quarter note's on 3, it gets a whole beat, so the next quarter note would have to come on 4. So 1, 2, and 3, 4. Let's clap and count that first measure. Ready? Together. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Okay, now let's clap and count all the way through 49. Try patting your foot as well while you're counting, and make sure your foot is going down, up on the eighth notes. Here we go. 1, 2, begin now. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 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 Now we're ready to play line 49. Okay, we're now looking on page 15 at number 49, Unforgettable eighth notes. On this exercise, our eighth notes are on beat 2 like we looked at as we were clapping and counting. So we're going to play this twice, first using the sticking that's on the top, and then second time using the second instead of sticking. So we begin with our left stick. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, begin. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 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 Now let's go through that one more time using the second set of sticking, starting with the right stick. 1, 2, ready, now. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 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 Okay, keep backing that up and going over it as many times as you need. Always practice this with a metronome. That'll help you keep your beats steady and even. Okay, now we're looking at number 50, Manomen Harvest. This tells us to play with our snares off. We're going to turn our snares off. And let's look through this. The first measure shows us we have a quarter note, 2 eighth notes, a multiple bounce, and a quarter note. Then it's repeated. Then it's repeated 2 more times. So the first 4 measures are 1, 2, and 3, 4. We just keep repeating that over and over. The only thing that's different is the last measure of the second ending, where we have 1, 2, and 3. So let's say the counts while we play through number 50. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, begin. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 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 Repeat. 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Second ending. 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3. Now, that time we started with the right stick. This time let's start with the left. So we have 1, 2, and then do the bounce on the right hand. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, begin. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 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 Repeat. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3. Second ending. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3. Rest. So keep working that where we're alternating so we can practice that multiple bounce on both the left stick and the right stick. Okay, this is line 51, eighth notes on the edge. In this line, we have our 2 eighth notes on the first beat. So we have eighth, eighth, quarter, 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 with the eighth notes getting a half a beat each. So the first eighth note comes on 1, gets a half a beat. So the second eighth note would be on and, gets a half a beat. Then we have the quarter note on 2, a quarter note on 3, and a quarter note on 4. So we count that first measure, 1 and 2, 3, 4. So clap and count that first measure with me. Ready? Here we go. Now, 1 and 2, 3, 4. So now that we've done that, we can clap all the way through number 51. Here we go. 1, 2, begin now. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 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 So keep going back over that until you're comfortable getting those eighth notes even, and that you can say them with your foot padding down, up, down, down, down. And now we're looking at 51, eighth notes on the edge. We just clapped and counted through this, so we've learned that our eighth notes are on the first beat. This also has 2 sets of sticking. The first one starts with the right stick, the second set starts with the left. So we're going to go through this twice, once using both sets of sticking. Here we go. 1, 2, right stick first. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 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 Now, the second time through, we'll use the second set of sticking using the left stick first. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, begin. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 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 All right. Now we're looking at number 52. Now let me fly. We looked down at this. It's only 4 measures. All 4 measures are exactly the same. So let's look at the first measure. We have 1 and 2, a buzz, and 4. So we're doing the sticking where we have the multiple bounce on beat 3. So let's play through this. It still says to keep the snares off. So we'll play through this once, starting with the left stick, then we'll do it again starting with the right. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, now. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 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 Now this time we'll start with the right stick and do the multiple bounce with the left hand. 1, 2, ready, now. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 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 We're going to keep practicing that. Always use a metronome to help keep your beat even. But keep practicing that to where your right multiple bounce and your left sound the same. Okay, we're looking at number 53, Sight Reading Challenge Promenade. This is 2 lines, so we're going to do this in 4 measure sections. So let's look at the first line. It tells us, it gives us our sticking. We have 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1 and 2, flam, 4. Now let's go through that with the metronome. Ready? Use the sticking that's given. 1, 2, here we go now. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. Make sure we do that flam with the left stick leading the right, and a little bit of an accent on the right stick since that is marked accented. Now let's look at the second line. Let's go through that. We have 1, 2, and 3, 4. Flam with the right stick leading, a rest, then flam with the left stick leading, then rest, flam with right stick leading, right, left, left, right, right, left, right. Then let's do that with the metronome. 1, 2, here we go. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3. Rest. Now, we have a flam paradiddle there at the end, where we have the sticking. We have flam, right, left, left. So that's a paradiddle because of our sticking that we have. Now let's go all the way through number 53. Ready? 1, 2, here we go. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1 and 2, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Flam, rest. Flam, rest. Flam, right. Left, left. 1, 2, and 3. Rest. Now keep repeating that until you're comfortable with the flams and you have your sticking down. Okay, now we're looking at number 54, Rio con Brio. This is generally a test item, so we're going to spend a little extra time on this. So let's go through the first line of this. We're going to do it in 4 measure sections. Let's go through this first. On beat 1, we have a flam with the left stick leading. Flam, left, right, right. There we have a paradiddle. 1 and 2, flam, stroke. Flam, left, paradiddle again. 1, 2, and 3. Rest. Now let's play that first line together. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, now. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3. Rest. Okay, make sure you follow the sticking that's given. Now let's look at the second line. Let's walk through that together. We have flam, right, left, 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 right, buzz, stroke, rest. Flam, right, left, left, right, left, buzz, stroke. So make sure we keep our sticking correct, so we're using our paradiddles. And let's play that with the metronome. 1, 2, ready, now. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3. Rest. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3. Rest. Now let's go all the way through number 54. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, begin. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3. Rest. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3. Rest. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3. And keep repeating that until you get that sticking really even. Always practice this with a metronome. We really want to get our beat steady and even, and that'll make everything better for you when it comes for grading.